are on the West Coast like I am, and a good afternoon if you are on the East Coast or wherever you are joining us from today. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me. We're going to be making some adjustable slider clasp bracelets today. And that sounds like a mouthful, but they're a really cool bracelet design, and they're one that you don't see as often, and they're so easy to do. They're one of those quick and easy jewelry items that we love. So I'm going to show you a quick little sample I made, because you can use charm chain, gemstones, check clasp, all different types of beads with it. Oh, hello, Francie and Leanne. Hello. So here I used this little triangle chain. To me it looks like bunting, and then it's an adjustable slider clasp. So it actually comes pre-assembled, which is pretty cool, and then you just add your focal. So we're going to play around with different focals. Hello Liz and Tanya and Terry, good morning, and Lady Picasso and Rhonda. So, oh my gosh, I've seen South Carolina, New York. I know a couple others popped up there really quickly. Hello Tilly, good morning. Leanne from Virginia. Oh my gosh, we are gonna have fun. And these are really quick and easy projects. They're also kind of one size fits most, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about sizing. Hello, Marianne and Patty. I saw all the floating hearts go up. I think it's when I was saying that these are quick and easy and one size fits most, because that is really a nice thing sometimes when you're making jewelry. Now these are also really great to make and sell, or make as a gift. So if you do sell jewelry, maybe consider adding these to your collection, because they are really universally appealing, which is great. Oh, hello, Monique and Sue from Wisconsin, and Cheryl and Kathy. I see Rhode Island and Texas. Oh my gosh. And Sue, we are okay here in California. We're doing good. Thank you for that, though. I know it's been a weird couple days, right? Very strange. Okay, hello, Maria and Dale. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Santa Barbara girl finally got in. Great, good. And Tracy, hello. And Sandra, oh my gosh, from Cooler, Indiana, love that. Moni is here, and hello from Connecticut, and Cecilia and Chrissy from Northern Arizona, and Patty's from I was not gonna be able to say that right this morning, Massachusetts. Oh my gosh, such a nice crowd. Oh my gosh. Yes, welcome to the party, everybody. We have Eric and Michelle here as well. They are the best helpers in the world. They are so good at answering questions and being there and support. I love it. Oh, and Karen is here, and PJ's here. Okay, great guys. Okay, so I think we had a lot of people who joined us after I said what we were gonna do. So today we are making adjustable slider clasp bracelets. And what's neat is this part here is adjustable. So it fits most wrist sizes. They're really pretty and elegant too. And then you pick your focal. So here I have this pretty little triangle chain, but you can add gemstones, you got check clasp beads, crystals, all different things. You can even do like a little bead woven component and put it in the middle there. So a lot of different things you can do with these, and they're really fun and they're really easy to do. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now, a couple quick things before I flip my camera down. If you are an email subscriber, go check your email. You might have seen it a day or two ago. There's an updated little special email with some updated information. So there's a little treat in your email. So if you are an email subscriber, go check your email. And then if you are not, get on our email list so you can get extra special goodies. And I know that Michelle can definitely help with the link and help you set that up. But definitely there's a little treat in your email, so go check it out if you haven't already. So definitely do that. Then we do have our great little resources here that are part of this platform. If you want to know about anything I'm working with today, check that shopping bag. It will show you the sizing, the color, the price, the quantity, all that good stuff that I can't remember off the top of my head. And then if you like what you see, there's the heart icon, which gives me little floating hearts. There's the arrow, which is the share. And then the other quick note that I always like to remind people, just so you guys don't think I'm being rude, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, I'm so sorry, I can't see your comments live. So it's not that I don't want to respond, I just can't see them live. But there is a link in the description of your video that will pop you over here to Beadaholique. And then what I can do is when you comment here on Beadaholique, I can see your comments and questions live. So pop on over and then you'll see that. And then I did just see a link. So Okay, so Michelle is saying you can sign up for our newsletter at the bottom of our site under news and sales. So there's a link there. You can do that right now as I'm talking. I won't go away. That's another beautiful thing about this platform that we use is if you pop around on the site, if you want to sign up for the email, if you want to check out even or add things to your shopping cart, I stay with you. I think I just squish down to the side of your screen. And then when you want to come back to me, you just tap on me and then I'm full size again. So that's really handy as well. Okay. And Terry's saying, love that email. Thank you. Oh, good. All right, guys, let's design. Let's flip this down and design. All right, so here's my table today. And you know what? I have started, you guys can't see this in the background, but I've started standing up when I do this. I think I can see everyone's comments a little bit better. Oh, and Tilly got a whole bunch of beads in the mail today. So excited. I love it. Okay. So here we go. So these, I'm going to show you this up close again. So this was the sample I made. And you see that it's got this little clasp right here. And inside of it, it's probably pretty hard to see. I believe it has like a little bit of silicone, which makes it so that it grips. So this is not going to get loose. But you can see that you can just slide this to adjust it. So the way you put these on is you pull them out. You put it on your wrist. I like to hold the little ends because they're long enough to hold easily. And then you just slide it to your comfort level. And then you've got a really pretty bracelet. And then to take it off, you just slide it and slide it off. What kind of stand do I use? Oh my gosh, you know what? Eric actually helped me get this stand. He would probably be the one to help. It's just like a little table one. I think, oh, it has a little logo on it. It says JSRUX or JSAUX. I'm reading it upside down. Great question though. Yeah, it's just a little tabletop stand for my phone. And it's very handy. It's adjustable, which is nice too. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Clara. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, so here's the bracelet. Now I added a little dangle to it as well just to elevate it, but you can use any type of charm chain with these. So there's like even like this little golden leaf one if you kind of want to do a beachy theme. You can do beads. We're going to do some beads as well. I have some really pretty check glass beads right here that I thought were quite pretty that we're going to use together. You can use gemstones. So I've got some gemstones that we're going to be using. And then these guys, you probably saw these on a previous show that I said I had to find a use for them. So I think I'm just going to use one single bead as a focal for the bracelet as well. So what we're going to do, oh, let me show you also. This is what they look like in their base form. When you order these, this is what you get. It's pre-assembled. So it has these little dangles on the end so that you won't accidentally slide your clasp off. And then you've also got this. So these has got this clasp right here in the middle that slides. And then you've got two jump rings, and they're open jump rings, so you can slip things onto them. So basically you've got the whole structure of the bracelet to just play with, and then you're just focusing on adding your focal. And there are two different styles, well, there's a couple different styles. So this is a wheat chain. If you see that, that's called a wheat chain. Then we have a little Rollo chain. Here's a little Rollo chain. And you'll notice with this one, the center clasp is a little bit different. Oh my gosh, I love all the hearts, guys. These were so fun when I discovered them. And they were kind of hidden on the website. So I was like, well, maybe these are new to everybody too, because they're kind of hidden. Okay, so here are the two different styles. You either have the solid round or you have the little 2-1. So those are fun. Oh, thank you, Benita. I have to tell you guys a story about my voice on the videos. So 14 years ago, when I started making videos for Beadaholique, I had made my first couple and I had my husband watch them. And in his kindest way, he said, Julie, your voice is really high. He was like, your voice is really high. He's like, you know, can you talk a little lower? Can you talk a little lower? So I actually started trying to talk a little bit lower in my videos. I don't think I'm doing that anymore in the lives because I'm always so excited to be here that I think my voice goes up a little bit. But he's the one who said, you know, Julie, just talk a little slower, a little calmer. And so that's what I did. I followed that advice. Thank you, Tilly. Okay, so these are the two. They come in different colors as well. So there's like a really pretty silver tone. I'm not sure if this is silver plated or rhodium plated, but you see here there's silver. Loop. Oh, I love it, Janice. Okay, loop. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Okay, and then there's like an antique brass. And then there's also this one, which is a snake chain. So this one was a little bit different too. So I just wanted to show you the different ones. They all work in the same way. Oh, hello, Netta. Okay, great. Oh, and Linda from Boston. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining us. My husband's going to Boston next week for a convention. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Santa Barbara girl. I have so much fun here. I do. I just love this. Okay, so those are the different ones of these adjustable clasps. Now they are also all, I will say, everything is 30% off, of course, because we are having our closing sale. So if you are joining us and you didn't know that, we are closing, but we are having so much fun until that day comes. But you also get to take advantage of everything being on sale, which is nice too, because we all like a bargain. We all like getting things on sale. Okay. This chain cannot be shortened. Okay, so that is a great question. I was playing with this earlier. I don't think you can shorten the wheat chain. And I don't think you can shorten the snake chain. But I think you could shorten the Rollo chain. So if you look at how this is constructed, you know, Chrissy, I don't know the base metal, but I'm wondering if Michelle can find that out. Okay, so if you look at this chain here, this is just a couple jump rings on the end of a Rollo chain, and the jump ring is in the last link. So I think if you did want to shorten this one, you could. If this was feeling a little long to you, you could just take your cutters, cut the chain where you want it up here on this side of the clasp, and then add your jump rings back into there. So I think the Rollo chain one you could shorten. Oh, thank you, Huckabee. Huckabee Linda, I love that. Okay, so let's start playing. We have so much we can do here. So I have little 4mm jump rings. I took these to add this chain here. So if you want to add this little chain right here, I just added an extra 4mm jump ring because the jump ring that came on it was a little thick to go through the end link of this bracelet. So I can either remake this bracelet here, or I can make some other styles. This is pretty easy to do. This was just a little cut length of chain, and I just added a jump ring through the end, kept the chain intact, and then just made a little crystal dangle. And I made the little crystal dangle just out of a Sparkle Kitty crystal here. This is a Sparkle Kitty crystal mix, and I had a couple of them because I thought they would be really pretty for this as well. I thought that they could be really pretty. Okay, but I kind of want to start with the gemstones, I think. I think gemstones are always so pretty. So let's do gemstones, and we're gonna cut open one of these. So let's cut open, let's do blue and let's do like turquoise and silver. I love the green too. I might save the green for another project, but the green is so pretty as well. So let's do like a nice classic turquoise and silver. Oh, great, Nicole, you're on YouTube but came over here. Wonderful. So I can see your comments now, which is wonderful. What's the length of these? Great question. Great question. Let me get, let's see. I don't have a ruler here. Let's see. They're pretty darn long. And then you add your focal. Michelle, does it say on the description how long these are? If not, I'm going to go get a ruler. And then do you have just the adjustable block so we could add other chains? Yes. Yes, I believe we do. So I'm going to see if Michelle can find that. I think it's a little bit different shaped than this, but I do believe we have just the adjustable part. And then you can add your own chains to them as well. Great question. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can find a ruler super fast, guys, because that's a great question. How long are these? Okay. All right. Yay, ruler. Okay. Yes. You can order items during the replay also. I believe so. I'll let Eric for sure verify that one though. Okay. So if we were to slide this all the way down and extend it out 6 inches, about 7.5 inches from here to here, with it extended all the way out. And then you, of course, add your focal. So your focal could be really small or it could be really long. So that can go ahead and adjust the size of it as well, because you could make that focal as long or as short as you want. Perfect. Great question. I had not thought to look that up. Okay, so I'm going to cut open some gemstones. And this is a really pretty strand of just this beautiful turquoise color. And I think I'm going to add it to the silver one. So we got this little silver one with the Rolo chain. Yeah, I love how these are adjustable. And I think I'm just going to make myself a little chain of a little beaded chain of gemstones. So I'm going to do a couple of them. This is 26 gauge artistic wire. For this application, you could use 26, 24, you could probably even do 22. 24 or 26 would be my choice. Oh, hello, Ellen. The jump rings. Oh, good, good. The jump rings are, what gauge are they? You know what? They look to be a 4mm, and I don't know the gauge right off. I don't know if the description says it. I'm going to look at them and say they are probably, actually, you know, I know a way of trying to figure this out. Michelle, what is the gauge of these jump rings in the shopping cart? If Michelle can tell me that, because I don't remember if I put 22 gauge or 21 in the shopping cart. If Michelle can tell me that, I can then tell you, because these are a heavier gauge than these. So we can kind of do a little bit of deducing here and deduction and figure out what gauge they are. I'm gonna let Michelle let me know what gauge those are. All right, I'm waiting for Michelle or Eric if they could just post in there the gauge of the jump rings in the shopping cart, the 4mm, or maybe I have their bag here. Let me see. The jump rings are 21 gauge. Okay, so if these jump rings are 21 gauge, I'm going to take a guess and say that these are 20 gauge, because they're just a little bit heavier than the ones I put in the shopping cart, because when I cut this chain right here, it has a little hole on the end, and I needed a jump ring to go through it. And these 21 gauge ones went through it, but these ones did not go through it. They were just ever so slightly too thick. So I'm going to say that these are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 20 gauge. You guys are asking the best questions today. Really good. Okay, so I've got my wire. And then I'm just going to cut some off of my spool, because I'm going to be doing multiple wraps here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut, about 2.5 inches or so. I always just kind of estimate here. And we are going to make our own gemstone chain here. So we're going to take our wire looping pliers or round nose. Again, you don't have to use the wire looping. They're what I prefer, but round nose work as well. Oh, hello, Monica. Good afternoon to you as well. Okay, so we're just going to go right here. We're going to make a little loop. And we're going to do our wrappings. And trim. And then we're just going to slide on one gemstone, and you can pick any gemstone you like. I put a couple other, these are 6mm. I put a couple other types of 6mm. gemstones in the shopping bag, just as some design ideas to show variety. But you can use whatever gemstone you like. All right, so on this first one, we're going to go ahead and do the full wraps on both sides. This is our starter. Oh, hello, Debbie. Okay. Okay. So I made that a little bit longer than I normally do. I don't usually have that many wraps, but it's okay. It is what it is. Okay. And now what we're going to do is create another one. Same way. I think we'll do 3 or 5. Odd numbers are usually nice when you do an odd number, so we'll do 3 or 5. Okay, we're just going to start with this loop. Go up. Okay. And another gemstone. Yes, Deb, great deals on gemstones. Absolutely. So nice to get them for that percentage off. Yes, and hello to Deb too. Okay, oops, almost made my wrappings. Okay, before you make your wrappings, this is your second one, so you've got your complete one first. You're gonna go ahead and just slide the loop of the finished one into the unfinished loop of your second one. And then you're gonna go ahead and squeeze it shut and do a couple wraps and trim your tail and tuck your tail. So now we've got 2 of these pretty little links. And like I said, I think we should do 3 or 5. I am using 26 gauge wire. So I am using artistic wire, 26 gauge. This is just like a craft wire here. You can use 24 gauge as well. I think you could probably even use like a 22 gauge for this particular project because you're making the focal. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the third one. I don't know, should we do 3 or 5? I'm debating. Do we want to do 3 or do we want to do 5? If anyone has a preference, let me know, and then we'll do that. And I'm loving all the comments. I love this community is so great. 5. Okay, let's do 5. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more, and then we'll see what 5 gemstones looks like. Again, we're just going to finish this first loop. Okay, lots of 5s. Oh, some 3s as well. Okay. Well, I saw 5 first, so we're going to do 5, and then we will put this together so we can see what it looks like. And I'll go kind of quick on this one because Ari kind of walked us through how to do those loops, so I'll go a little faster here. 5, please, 5, and then 3. Well, if you could definitely adjust it however you like on this one. That is the beauty of being able to make our own focals like this, is we can customize, which is super nice. That is a great thing about handmade jewelry, is you can make it however you like, which is nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, my stems are turning out a little long today. I'm just a little bit off of how I usually make them, which is interesting. Okay. 5 makes it longer, correct? Yes. So 5 will add extra length in the middle, which will then extend the overall length of the bracelet. So let's do 2 more. Okay, and I've got just enough wire that I pre-cut for 2 more. Here we go. 7.5 just to be different. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, these are actually now going to be the 2 end ones. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect this one right now to the one we already created. Close it on up so that this is connected to our chain. So we're just making a handmade beaded gemstone chain, which is a fun thing to be able to do. Now we're going to add our gemstone, and we're going to attach it to the one side of our bracelet. Now, you could open the jump ring to attach this as well. I find this is a little easier since I'm already making my wraps to just slip the end, that little jump ring in there. But you could definitely, if you wanted to, just finish your wraps and then add it after with the open jump ring. But I'm going to slide this on, and I'm just going to go ahead, slip that on right like that. So you can see it's just latched in that little loop. And now we're going to close it and finish our wrappings. So we've got one half of this guy attached now. Tuck those tails. Remember to tuck your tails just so you don't scratch yourself. Okay, so this is what we've got right now. So we've got the adjustable slider right down there. We've got the top part of our piece somewhat attached. We're going to make one more link. So what we're going to do to get our 5 links is we're going to start the 5th one. Yes, Eric, tuck your tails is important. If you've ever snagged a lovely sweater before on a piece of jewelry, you will remember you've got to tuck your tails. Okay, so we slipped that one in there so that it can be attached to this chain that we're making. Tuck that tail. Oh, yes, or scratch your wrist, absolutely. So what's the reason for the odd number of beads? Great question. I think it's just kind of a design concept that usually you have an odd number. It just visually looks appealing that way. There's no hard rule. So if you want to do an even number of beads, definitely that's totally okay. I think it's just kind of like in design, they usually do things in 3s, 5s, 7s. I don't know who originally decided that or if it's true, but I think I've gotten so used to it that now I tend to follow that rule. Oh, thank you, Linda in West Virginia. I think that's West Virginia. Oh, and then Michelle, just add the sliding clasp without the chain. Can you add a dab of some glue to avoid scratching? Oh, you might be able to. I would use like a thicker glue if you were going to try that, like an E6000 or something that has a little bit more body to it. You could try that for sure. Okay, so this is what we've got. So we've got it attached to one side. We've attached this last little link to the chain we already made. Our loop is open. And then we're just going to take that jump ring that's already attached to our chain, slide it on there so it's linked up, and then we just finish our wrapping and then our bracelet is done. Okay. And we tuck that tail. Okay, so here we go. We finished it. So here is what this looks like with a little handmade gemstone beaded chain. And then you just have that clasp on there, and that's your focal, and you're good to go. You can use any gemstone you like to do this. And because we did wrapped wire loops, when you pull on this to get it on and off your wrist, your wraps and your gemstones is all going to be nice and secure. So there is a little gemstone bracelet using this adjustable chain. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Yes, the color of the beads is so pretty. I love that. It's really pretty. I really do like this green as well, though. This green is so pretty. All right, so now, speaking of green, I was wanting to use these beads for something. These are those beautiful check glass beads. They're part of that Timeless Wonders collection, and I knew I needed to find a good use for them. And so I'm just going to cut the strand and take one bead off. Now, if you're making and selling jewelry, you could make so many of this style bracelet with these beads because you see how many you get. Okay, so now I'm just going to take one of my gold adjustable slider bracelets here. And we're gonna do the same thing, but we're just gonna do one bead. And we're gonna use, let's do 22 gauge. Let's do a little heavier wire just to kind of for fun here. I'm gonna move my light in a little bit. My light keeps changing. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut maybe, let's give ourselves a little bit extra room here. Probably about 4 inches. I love that bead so much. Oh, hello, Giggles. We are making adjustable slider clasp bracelets today. Quick, easy, fun. Okay, so same process, but in this one, we want to attach it directly to those jump rings from the very start. So this is a heavier wire. This is a little bit thicker. You know, I'm just using the heavier wire pretty much for aesthetics on this one. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go because it shows up a little bit more. It'll have a little bit more presence because this bead is a little heavier bead, not in weight, but just in size. So I thought, well, maybe I should have a little bit of a more substantial wire to balance out the size of the bead. But you could use a different gauge. If you want to do 24 or 22, you're okay on that too. Great question. Okay, so I'm just opening up that loop and then we're just gonna slide it onto this jump ring. You can also always open these jump rings too if you like. Oh my gosh, I saw a question and I was reading it midway and it went too fast for me to it went too fast for me to get. I think it was how big so is my wrist. My wrist is about 6.5 inches, but these definitely fit different sizes of wrists. These are very, very adjustable. Okay, so you see here, I did a couple little wraps right there, and I'm just going to trim it and tuck it. And then we're going to put on our focal bead. This is like a 1-minute jewelry design here. Okay, we're going to put on our focal, that beautiful green check glass bead. All right. I see Eric saying, hey, Julie. I'm thinking, can you hear me okay? Want to do a trivia giveaway for the looping plier? Sure, let's do a trivia giveaway for the looping plier. I would love to do that. Are we doing that right now? Okay, stand by. Great. Okay, we're going to do a trivia question. So if anybody is on YouTube or Facebook, now is the time to pop on over. Michelle, wait a minute. If you don't mind, please, let's let anyone on YouTube or Facebook pop on over. Follow that link in the description of the video to pop on over to Beadaholique because you have to be on Beadaholique to participate and enter. And the way this is going to work is Michelle in a few minutes is going to post a question. Usually I say the question out loud, but today Michelle is going to post a question. Read the question, then comment live here during the stream on Beadaholique. The first comment with the correct answer to Michelle's trivia question will win a wire looping plier. So really cool giveaway prize too. Okay, so Michelle is going to get the question here. First correct answer in the comment section here at Beadaholique. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook, pop on over because we can't see your comments live over on YouTube or on Facebook. Okay. Yes, first comment with correct answer wins. First comment with correct answer wins. And Lessa, I see your question. I'm sure Michelle can help you with that. Absolutely. Okay, while we're waiting for Michelle, I'm going to finish this particular design and then we can do the trivia just as soon as it's done. So Michelle, if you can, it's important for it to be, okay, I'm reading all of this so fast. Okay. To recap, it's the first comment with the correct answer to Michelle's trivia question. But I'm going to quickly finish this design right here to give everybody a second to get over here, and then we can do the trivia question. So to finish off this side, we're going to use the wire looping pliers, which is the giveaway prize. So cool. Love that. And we're just doing another loop. And then we're going to just open up this loop a little bit. And we're going to slide in that other jump ring and let it latch down into the loop. All right, just a sec. Oh. All right, sorry, I'm gonna pause because Michelle just did the giveaway. What's the correct okay. Okay, Michelle's question is, what is the correct updated name of my squirrel in my backyard? What is the correct updated name of my squirrel in my backyard? Great, I love the answers. Okay. Some are really close. I have seen the correct one, but I'm gonna let Michelle figure out who said the correct answer first. I wish the squirrel had some of these names. These are fun. I'll have to name more squirrels. Congrats to our winner, Francie. Congratulations, Francie. It is Jeffette. It is Jeffette. I thought it was a Jeff until Jeff had babies. And then it had to become a Jeffette. So we've got Jeffette and her 3 babies. But I love your guys' other names like Bullwinkle and Jack. I think I'm going to have to name the babies some of those names. All right, congratulations to Francie. So the wire looping pliers, such a great tool. I love them. And the babies are good. Thank you. Thank you, Tilly. The babies are doing really good. I love it. We've got squirrels and birds and cats all throughout. We saw a coyote on our walk this morning. My husband and I, there was a really big coyote on our walk this morning. So lots of wildlife around here. She has 3 babies. Jeffette has 3 baby squirrels, and they live in our palm tree. All right, I am going to finish this little focal right here. And because this is so easy to do, I want to be able to show this complete. So just a couple wraps. Trim that tail. And tuck the end. And we have another bracelet done. So there is the bracelet with just that single check bead focal. And you can see we can slide it very easily both ways. Do I use the wire elements for doing wire looping? Wire elements. Okay, my mind is blanking on wire elements. I tend to use artistic wire when I'm making these wraps. So I love artistic wire. And then I use these are a Beadsmith product here, these wire looping pliers for my wire wrapping. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nicole and Moni. And oh, hello, Carol from Spokane Valley. I love it. Okay, so here are our 2 bracelets so far. I'm going to do one more because these are so quick and easy to do. And then, of course, the sample one showed that little chain, which was really easy to do as well. So you can do just a really pretty chain with it as well. But I love these beads so much together. So I'm going to pair these 3 beads together to do a pretty little focal bar. Oh, logging in from India. Hello, welcome. So the green beads should be in the shopping bag. They're these little check glass ones. And then these are also some really pretty gemstones right here. Yeah, I love the check glass too. Well, you could do it with any check glass. Think of all those pretty check glass beads we've been looking at over the last week or so. You could do any of those. And then I'm going to do these guys. Ooh, I like it. Benita, I'd like to use the bracelet links separated and mixed with gemstones. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this strand. I thought this pale blue was so pretty with that gold. It felt very French to me. I was looking at that and I was thinking like Marie Antoinette, Versailles, like I was just getting this whole French vibe going. And then I got these really pretty sparkly, I think these are actually called spacers, and they're really pretty and sparkly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna take some artistic wire. Now these are a little smaller in scale, so I'll go ahead and I'll use the 24 gauge. So does the weight, oh, great question. Does the weight of the beads factor into your design? If the beaded part is too heavy, won't it fall underneath? That is a great question. I think if you have a little bit of a heavier, like these are still pretty light. This is only 5-6 millimeter gemstones. But if you see when we put this on, we slide it down, we hold it. I think you can adjust it pretty easily so that it doesn't slide around too much so that your focal can stay up top. I do think that is a good comment though. If you really do load this with a lot of super heavy gemstones, some really big beads, you might have it fall unless you keep it a little tighter. It is nice that you can adjust this however you like against your wrist, but that is a really great point. But here, if you want to pull it off, super easy to do. You're not trying to like fiddle with like a lobster clasp on your wrist, which is nice. So it's a really easy bracelet to wear. Okay, so I love these colors. I'm going to make a little link with them. And we could do multiple links or we could do single. So you could do it like the gemstones where you could do a bunch of beads. I think we're just going to do one though, one nice little link. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start the same way, and we're just going to do, and we're going to do like a pretty little bar design. Okay, I will slide this on to this bracelet. So here we're going to do gold again. Oh, good. Okay, yeah, 5 beads is perfect. My wrist is 6.52. Awesome, yeah. So 5 beads should be really nice. I'll cover the top part of your wrist. And then that will just stay on there nicely if you just adjust it so it kind of sits up against your wrist. I think these are really elegant. I like the look of these a lot. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to make some wraps. And this was the 24 gauge wire. Again, I really feel like the wire is a personal preference. If you want to do 22, 24, 26, all are going to work with this. Okay. So now we've got this nice long piece of wire right here. And so I'm going to put on like a little design here. So I'm going to pick up one of those little sparkly spacers, one of those pretty blue ones that are cut. Look at that blue coming from underneath. So pretty. And then I'm going to do, let's do one of these pretty little beads here with the flower and the gold. Let's do another little blue spacer. Let's do another flower. And hopefully you can see that you can just play here. You can do so many different designs. But we're making like a little bar design here, okay? And then let's just finish it off with one more of these pretty blue ones, and then one of these really sparkly little guys, and let those slide down. Now, if you make a bar really long, it might lay kind of flat on your wrist here, like not flat, but I mean like stiff. So I'm going to keep it so that it's small enough that I don't worry about like the curve of it or anything, but you could curve the wire too. You could bend the wire a little bit if you want. So here we go. So I'm just going to straighten that up. There's our little focal. Oh, thank you. And then Myra, I see your question. I'm going to let Michelle help answer that. She and Eric are really great with the technical questions. I don't ever want to say something incorrect and lead anyone astray here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make a loop right up here. And then we're going to crisscross. We got our little loop. And we're just going to find our other jump ring. And then just that reminder is you could just open these jump rings too. I just find it easier to slip them on as I'm going. And if you guys have seen my shows before, sometimes I feel like I'm jump ring challenged where I don't close them properly. So it's like, at least now I know they started out closed properly and they're totally closed. Okay, so here we go. Just a couple little wraps and trim and tuck. Okay, and here is this bracelet. So I think I like this one. I think this is my favorite. I love those little blue beads. So here you have a really pretty little check glass focal bar here. You could use whatever you want. Again, you could just even do crystals. You could do a bar of rainbow crystals or colorful crystals. So you can do that. You can do gemstones, anything you like. Oh, thank you, Marianne. I love doing these projects here live. They're really fun to just kind of play. I think it's so fun to play. So here's this with that little adjustable slider clasp. So here are the 4 different ones. So here's one idea. So check glass beads. Then you can do just one beautiful check glass bead. Like that's just so elegant. So one nice check glass bead. You can do gemstones. Now you could just do a gemstone bar or a single gemstone, or you could make your own gemstone chain. And then you could do like a fancy chain, like a charm chain or a dangle chain or something like that as well. Oh, thank you, Marianne. Okay. So lots and lots of fun things you can do with this. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I always have fun, guys. You guys, I hope that you guys know that that is just so true. I have so much fun here doing this and being with all of you and creating these designs and playing with the beads. It's such a joy. Yes, so the Beadaholique YouTube page should still be around after Beadaholique closes. So we are going through the process of closing, as you guys know, which is it's sad, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we're gonna make the best of it as long as we can here and keep having fun. That's why everything is 30% off. So definitely, it's a good time to be able to buy beads. But the YouTube channel with all of the instructional videos, I think there's a couple thousand videos up there right now, that is going to stay. So as far as I know, that's going to stay. So it'll still be a great resource and you can still use it for sure. And yes, Eric, I agree. Best community ever. I know the word closing is like a cuss word. I agree. Oh, you're welcome, Marisol. We've had so much fun doing the videos. I've been doing them for 14 years. We had another designer, Andrea, doing them beforehand. And I still am in contact with her, and I'm still in contact with a lot of the other designers who have done them. And it's just been a great team and a great pleasure. Oh, Eric is clarifying there's over 2,100 videos on the YouTube page. So lots and lots of videos. All right. Speaking of videos, these are all archived. So when this live ends, you can always go back and watch the replay if you want to see a technique again or try to remember something. But here is just a little recap of all the bracelets we have here from this show. And they're all using these adjustable slider clasp bases, which are so handy and so quick and easy. So really fun. You can just see that you can do a lot of different variety with them. All right, guys, if you have anything in your shopping cart, just that quick reminder to please make sure you fully cash out so you can make sure you get what you like. Items that are featured in the lives do tend to sell out. And I don't actually know how many we started with on some of these. So if there's something you love, make sure you cash out. But this has been so much fun to play. How did I get to do this with Beadaholique? So my origin story, if you will, is I was doing a more, not corporate job, but I was director of sales for an organic skincare company. And I was behind a computer a lot. And I would occasionally go out to like spas and do trainings and stuff. But my husband, he's like, you're not happy. Like he was like, you're like craving something creative, like you're not happy looking at a computer all day. And he was right. I was like, I really wanted to have a desk with like tools and glue and supplies because I used to make dollhouse miniatures before I did the skincare. And he's like, he could tell I was really missing this like creative aspect. So he said, I fully support you, whatever you want to do, but I can tell that you're not very happy doing this. And so I looked on Craigslist of all places back when Craigslist was a kind of a different entity. And I got this job with Beadaholique. It's just crazy. So It's just crazy how things happen. But yeah, he was so encouraging. He was like, you know, I can tell you're just not happy not doing something really creative. And so I was very fortunate to hook up with Beadaholique that way. Oh, you did miniatures too. I love it, Linda. That's great. Yeah, I miss the miniatures. I feel like I want to go back and start doing them again. So we'll see if that happens. I've made some little miniature beaded necklaces, which has been fun. Like take really small, like 15 O's and bead necklaces in miniature. That's been fun. Okay. I'm going to pop this camera up. All right. Okay, where's my, okay, so this is interesting. The pinned comment is making it so I can't pop my camera back. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry guys. I was having a hard time flipping my camera. Okay, there we go. Oh, you're welcome, Marie and Moni. This has been fun. Yeah, Craigslist has changed for sure. Yeah, this was, I always like preface it and tell people like, this is back 14 years ago, almost 15 years ago. So no, I didn't work for Arbonne. I worked for a different company. I was based here in Los Angeles. It kind of focused on like mommy and baby skincare, organic skincare, and that was fun. I met like one of my best friends I met there. It was fun to be around the people, but it was a lot of computer work and a lot of not creative work. So that, you know, some of us, like, I think probably most people watching this, like we crave working with our hands. And if we go too long not working with our hands and not creating, it definitely feels like something is missing. And so I was definitely feeling like something was missing. And I always have to work with my hands. I have to. So I think probably a lot of you guys can relate to that as well. It's just, it feels so good to create. All right. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the earrings, we made these on Monday using those grapes, those check glass grapes. Those were fun to make. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, and Nicole is saying I'm a nurse. Oh, crave creativity. Oh, you started a YouTube channel. That's wonderful. Great. Yeah, it's really good for the soul to create. I feel like, especially now, like, you know, it's just like, as things are kind of chaotic and there's just a lot happening, it's so good to create. And so I find myself crocheting more, making more jewelry, gardening more, growing flowers. It just feels really good to make something and do that with our hands. So, all right, guys, I am going to sign off for today. Thank you for joining me. I will be back here on Monday. I do an afternoon show on Monday. It's 2 p.m. Pacific time. So join me then. Oh, thank you, Dale. And then we always have Deb here too. Deb is doing shows Tuesdays at 10:30 Pacific, and then I'm here on Thursday again at the 9 a.m. Yes. Oh, crochet. Yes. Anything and everything. Mental stress release. Absolutely. I totally agree. Oh, thank you guys. Take care. Again, if you have anything in that shopping cart, please, if you check out that, you make sure to check out just so things don't sell out. But thank you again. I hope you liked the ideas. It was really fun to do. I'm just loving reading your comments and seeing what you guys all do. It's so fun. So next week, oh, Giggles Crochets too. Okay, so next week when we're here on Monday, let's all share what we do creatively. I would love to see in the comments who crochets and who knits and who paints. I think that would be so fun. I know we're wrapping up today. And then, oh, great. And Nicole, Beading with Nicole B over on YouTube. Oh, wonderful. Okay, yes. Guys, share what you do. Let's do that next Monday when I'm here. Because I know we're wrapping up right now. But let's share all the stuff we do. It's wonderful. Okay, bye, guys. I will see you. Have a wonderful weekend and a great rest of your day. Take care.